great.
We've never
Yeah.
had a conversation like this, and this was so cathartic. It was so
Yeah.
full.
I think the best thing a client can do for me is hear what I have to say and kind of take me as seriously as they can and listen to the advice we give and to the recommendations we give as well.
This might be a hot take. I think one of the best things a client can do is when they come in after a piercing and I ask what they've done to it and they go shamefully, I didn't do anything to it. I love that. I think doing nothing to a piercing is infinitely better than dead all in bleach.
Oh,
On a
absolutely.
woman. Yeah.
The best thing a customer can do before coming or when he's here, in my opinion, is trusting us.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think that's the key here. We are here to help,
Yeah.
so if they trust us, they do what we say, and they come for checkups, the piercing will be a success.
Totally.
Most of the time.
Yeah, definitely. That was kind of tough. I think that piercing comes in trends. I think that piercing overall, the styles of what people get pierced, will change from year to year. I think like kind of the styles of piercings they want. I think that it really just depends on what the younger generation, which I think influences the newer way of piercings goes. What I don't like, which is coming back, is like really unorthodox tongue piercings, which we stopped doing because they were bad, like piercing at the edge of the tongue, or like kind of a scooped piercing on the tongue as well. For some reason, I don't really know, it's starting to creep in, and I don't like it because I have to then tell my clients no, which is what I
Yeah.
really hate doing.
Yeah.
You know, me personally, at least. I mean, I don't know. You know.
I'm not sure if I see a trend in piercings,
Sure.
at least for the customers I have or I get.
Yeah.
Usually it's kind of the same. If I see a trend as a weird piercing,
Yeah.
it's so little. Only few people ask.
Oh, really? Like
I
you're-
don't
you're-
think
you're-
it's a trend.
You don't see as much as for yourself.
No.
Sure, sure.
If I have to say a trend,
What about
We-
what about the back dermals though? The lower back dermals.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
talked
they
about
are
this.
a trend
We
now.
talked,
Yeah.
we talked about this, you know.
yeah,
a
but
little.
saying that as a trend.
But it is no.
But we
Because-
have seen it now more often than before. Not
before. Yeah.
I think like a trend for me that is coming back basically would be like the belly button piercings and
Sure.
the eyebrow piercings.
Yeah, the huge.
They were
huge
very
amounts.
popular back then,
Totally.
kind of had a break, and then they're starting to
Yeah.
surface again.
Yeah.
And I don't have a problem with them as long as they're well done,
Sure.
which is kind of tricky because with the eyebrow and with the belly button, our anatomies influence it a
Totally.
lot.
Yeah.
So you do see a lot of piercings that shouldn't have been done that way. So it's a bittersweet trend
Yeah.
that I do love the piercing. I do think it's amazing that they're coming back, but it worries me that they're not well done.
It's heartbreaking
Yeah.
when you have a client that come in and obviously that piercing was done in a way where you know that if there was maybe 5 or 10 more minutes of
Yeah.
attention,
It would have been
maybe
good.
a little bit more application, it could have been good.
Yeah.
You know, with piercings that are anatomy specific, and you know that like the client had the right anatomy, but if there was a bit more time that was spent, it could have been done right.
Yeah.
That can be frustrating for sure.
The best thing about being a piercer is the experience you have with customers, then what you can get in terms of jewelry, the suppliers, and then how much you learn in the process, like communication, hygiene, learning other stuff that they have nothing to do with piercing
Yes.
sets,
Yeah.
Yeah.
pictures,
Yes.
social
The skills that you learn.
I think that's the best.
Totally.
And oh, I forgot. No, I know what is the best.
Yeah, there we go.
The best is the amount of people you can talk in a day
Yes.
from every single country in the world.
Yes.
I think that's
sir.
amazing.
Yes, sir.
You can be with 10 or 15 people or more or less from so many countries,
Yeah.
from so many different countries.
Yeah.
And that's something I think about.
Totally.
Wow, today I talked with someone from Tibet,
Totally.
from Russia,
Yeah.
from Japan.
Yeah. It's
So
crazy.
many
Portugal.
different experiences
Yeah,
you get
it's
to live.
crazy.
Tell
Yeah.
me one job you can talk to someone more than 2 minutes from a lot of
That's a fucking great
Yeah,
point.
that
That's
is a
great
good one.
point.
Yeah,
It's
that would be
so
the
true.
best.
It's so true.
That would be the best. The worst could be sometimes if the piercing doesn't go as expected, the customer is gonna think they are gonna die,
Yeah.
and then obviously they are not dying. Spoiler.
They're
Well,
alive.
I've had a few people die, but
Everyone's
that's just
okay.
me, but-
You sometimes kind of feel like bad, you know?
Totally.
Like, oh
Yeah.
shit, maybe I could have done this,
Yeah.
or 1 millimeter extra.
Doubting
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
Always is something fixable.
Totally.
But depending on the person you are dealing with,
Yeah.
they will understand more or less.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that could be the worst, and also that you know every day is different.
Yeah.
You don't know how much you are gonna work,
Yeah.
and that mentally it can be hard.
Yeah, of
sometimes.
course. Definitely.
I think for me, the best part is kind of very similar. It is the people, but for me, it's mainly the feeling that I get that I'm doing something good for someone.
Yeah.
Because a piercing for a lot of people is something really personal, or it marks an event in their lives, or it's something that they had to work up the courage to do it. It's a moment that the client is vulnerable.
Yes.
And you being the one that is calming them down and you're doing something special for them, that's really rewarding for me. So that's why I keep falling in love with the profession, because I keep seeing people smiling and just being happy at the end of the appointment.
Totally.
So that is my absolute favorite part. And I think the worst part is kind of being self-employed and not really knowing how your weeks or days are gonna go.
Sure.
In terms of being a piercer, everything is a job. No day is perfect.
Yeah.
But kind of not knowing exactly what you're gonna come out with or
Yeah,
what you're
yeah.
gonna make,
Yeah.
that can have a toll on you sometimes. But it's worth it at the end. I think
Yeah.
that's kind of it.
Yeah, girl, you took the words right out of my mouth. I think the worst, the best and worst part about the job is the people. And what I mean by that is a lot of the same sentiments. It's being the person that can ferry someone who is scared or nervous or young and something that they really want, and you're the person that they're trusting you with. It's a really intimate thing when you're doing a piercing for someone, because in a lot of cases you're not a regular customer and you're a stranger to them, and so they're trusting you to do that kind of thing. And I think that can be one of the most validating parts of our job, is to get them to that point and they get done with the piercing and they're like, oh my god, like,
You see the light.
thank you so much, that was so easy. I mean, that is really the best part. And I think that in a lot of times, I think why I said that the people could be the worst part is that there'll be a lot of times where you don't meet someone's expectations as a client in one way or another, you know. And I think that when you're dealing with people, it's always going to be a huge diaspora of what people are like. And so you can be there trying your hardest every single day, and there's still going to be a lot of times where, you know, maybe you don't get the piercing right, you know, maybe you make a mistake on the piercing,
Maybe they just don't like
maybe they
it.
just
Yeah.
don't like it,
They're
and
just
maybe,
human beings.
you know, and
You
so
can't be everyone's cup of tea.
you can't be everyone's cup of tea. And at least I know for myself, again, as a really emotional person, that can really be, again, I will fucking lose sleep over those
Yeah.
kinds of situations, because we obviously, all three of us, come in every day and we're like, I want to fucking kick ass every single day. We obviously are not just
But-
like, you know what,
yeah.
this piercing,
Yeah,
I actually want to do
that's
shit.
fine. Yeah.
You know,
I
like,
don't want to
we
do this
really
right.
care about it. And
Yeah.
so I think when you're working with people like that in such a close environment, I think that it is the people that make the job, and that can really shape the way your day goes and really affect
Yeah.
how you feel, you know. Jim, if I'm being completely honest, I don't know if there would be something I would do differently. And I know it sounds strange, but I think that it was the choices that I made got me to my point in my career. And most of the choices I made were by things not working out the way I wanted them to, which got me to where I did, because it was the experiences that I built from that. And I genuinely don't believe in going back and changing anything, because I'm genuinely proud of where I am in my career. And that couldn't have been the way that it was if it wasn't for the hardships and fucked up experiences that I had. That's me personally, at least.
Yeah. Kind of the same. If I go to the past and could change something, that means I would change the future.
Yeah.
So it would be the same future.
Yeah. And you're happy with what you're
Yeah.
So I would do probably exactly the same.
Yeah.
And then because at that time, at that point, I did what I wanted.
Yeah.
Yes.
What you knew.
And what I thought it was best.
Of course.
So I would keep the same thing.
Totally.
I think I would only say one thing. I wouldn't change anything. I think everything went, as you guys said, it ran its course. It happened how it had to happen.
Yeah.
I would just probably tell myself to be more confident in myself,
Sure.
to believe a little bit more in where you can go and what you can achieve.
Yeah.
To not have that many self-doubt, that many questions, because as piercers, that we're always learning, we can have moments of self-doubt.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah, a lot of
yeah,
those.
a lot, yeah.
So that's the only thing I would tell myself if I was starting again. It's just like, trust what you're doing.
Sure.
It does work out.
Totally.
Even if it's not working out, it's for a
It's
reason.
gonna work out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna work out.
Well.
Yeah.
That's it, guys. Thank you very much.
Amazing.
Yeah, that was sick.
That
had so
was
much fun.
so good. That was actually so
was
good.
so
I think we
cute.
do.
I love that. Oh yeah, let's get a picture. Do you want to get in the picture?
Yeah, come on, come
Yeah,
on,
yeah,
come
yeah,
on.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, get in here.
Yay.
Man, that was
Fun.
so fun.
That was
Again,
so good.
this-
Thank
You have
you.
no idea how much this was like a forum for the three of us.
Yeah.
Like this is something that I think in all three of our lives that we never get to talk about in depth in this way.
Like in
No,
actually,
Not
yeah.
even with like our partners, because they won't get it.
It's not the
way,
same.
You know,
This was
we've
great.
we've never
Yeah.
had a conversation like this, and this was so cathartic. It was so
Yeah.
full.